you know what is pollution?
Pollution is something that affects the air or water in a general region or state or country.
Do you know what the difference between contamination and pollution?
Pollution is a little easier to control as well as clean up. Contamination is a lot harder to clean up and control because it goes deeper into the ground and affects a larger ecosystem.
Could you tell me how does pollution affect us?
Pollution affects us in many different ways. How we can breathe, it affects the growth of plants mostly. And without plants, we would not be breathing because plants are what create most of the air that we breathe.
In your opinion, what are the causes of pollution?
The causes of pollution are mostly automobiles, factories pushing out a lot of pollution in the air as well as the water and rivers and oceans. Some hairspray, general everyday use of canned hairspray and aerosols, that is also a big cause of pollution.
How do you help in your home with the contamination?
Well, in my house, we make sure that all oils and gas, any kind of pesticides or liquids that could contaminate the area are secured in a very good plastic container. We also make sure that we separate our trash and help recycle things.
Okay, and what do you think about pollution in Mexico versus pollution in USA?
Pollution in Mexico versus USA. Mexico has less restraints on the ability for factories and pollution control. USA has more factories, but stronger regulations to try to prevent pollution of aquifer, water, as well as the air.
Okay, thank you.
In your community, what is the biggest problem of contamination?
I think in my community here, the biggest problem of contamination is trash. Trash is the biggest contamination in the city. They keep it pretty clean, but there's still some areas that could be cleaner.
Okay. How do you practice the 3R method in your home?
Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Well, we do recycle our plastic. Luckily, it's right across the street. We have reduced our plastics in the house by buying bigger containers to last longer, which means less plastic and trash. And reuse a lot of products or give them away to other people for them to use instead of throwing them away.
What habit would you change on your daily life to reduce the contamination?
I would stop smoking cigarettes, and that would stop a lot of contamination, not only of myself, but the air.
Okay, and what would you do to stop the contamination in generally?
I think we need to start being more conjoined with nature and start using biodegradable products. With more biodegradable products, then we would contaminate less. They actually have new bags, like the plastic bags that we're contaminating the ocean with. These new plastic bags will actually feed the fish instead of killing them.
Okay, that's it. Thanks for helping us with the homework.
You're welcome.
The pollution is a serious problem that affects the concurrent society because she affects the humans, and we must take preventive measures that recycling, not cut the trees, no avoid throwing garbage that is should not. In order to avoid these kind of problems.
In conclusion, I can say that foreign people realize the difference in pollution that exists here in Mexico versus where they live, and that they know how the difference between what is contamination and pollution and how it affects.
We will see the foreigners know about pollution and the effects, and I produce in the same way. They know how to prevent in the most practice this method in Mexico and in the United States.
I think that decontamination is worse to humans and environment because destroy our natural resources and hurt our biodiversity in the other things.
In conclusion, I want to say that the people who live in the United States and other foreign countries know the difference between contamination and pollution, and they can identify how it affects us and how it affects the environment.